sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes it's my name. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I want to know more. And when you separate families and children and strong, this world, especially the place where I'm from, which is a Epstein and a heavily influenced place, I come to find. I literally came to find that the wife of the person who financed Wexner went to the same high school that I went to. You know what I'm saying? Of course, way different times, but the influence there. You know what I'm saying? For good or bad, I can't fully understand. I don't understand why people's wives seem to be all about helping. Meanwhile, in the background, their husbands are fucking evil. And it's like, did you get married so that you could cover for your husband? Or did you get married to that fucker? You know what I'm saying? Like you have the same evil? Or did you get married to that fucker because he lied to you and you also are deceived? I really don't understand it. But anyway, waking up, cleaning up, and I did not know this existed. But I'm drawn to a higher elevation of wisdom. Unfortunately, this wisdom seems to be gate kept by very evil and demonic people who worship very fucked up things. And I remember a long time ago, somebody tried to tell me I didn't know shit. A couple people whom I truly love tried to tell me I didn't know shit. And the problem is I was trying to be educated. You know what I'm saying? But they told me I didn't know shit. They didn't say it that way, but they almost said it that way because anytime a, a person like me has invested their time into trying to be well informed and to try to know stuff and to try to be smart, and you come along and say you don't know nothing, it's like, bitch, you just called me stupid. And when you grow up in a household with people telling you you're stupid, you don't want also some other people whom you love telling you that you're stupid. But I'll have to admit now, probably 30 years later, at least 20, I'm fucking dumb. I don't know shit. If there's something called Memphis rap sigils, and the shit that the evil people in that city were doing, and we all go to the mall and we all shop at these places, and the mall's got a million cameras. I'm stupid. I admit it. I'm gullible and I'm stupid. And I'm sorry for not understanding what those people were trying to say. But just in the future, anybody, right? If you like to inform someone that they don't know a lot of things, don't tell them that they don't know. Just begin telling them those things or gently lying around the information that they can get accessible to. Don't tell them that they're stupid. What the fuck are Memphis rap sigils? I'll admit that I was raised like a Muslim, praying to the east. I chose that, okay? And I'm quoting that from a rap song. My life is heavily influenced by rap. I might have learned only about, check this out. I don't understand black families. Like, I grew up in a black family. How the fuck do you omit that Madam C.J. Walker made the straightening comb? Why did I have, and school, right? Why did I learn that in a rap song? Like, why do you just say, like, there should be a book and it should be free, like with the encyclopedias. We had an encyclopedia man come one time. Then all of a sudden, you couldn't find the one. I hate my childhood. I just hate it. Y'all don't understand. Anyway, why isn't there a book put on the shelf of every black family? And then here's the problem: even if that book existed, only a good black family would have access to that book. The point is, we've sold ourselves out to the point where I don't know if we can. I don't. How the fuck do you fix all this selling out? Like, it isn't just me. You obviously are trafficking children so that, and I'm not saying I was trafficked. I was just, I wasn't trafficked. I was in the HOV lane. I wasn't trafficked. I was just publicly transported. Oh God. All right. I'm not making light of trafficking at all. I'm just like, something ain't right, because I don't understand black families. I don't understand how you know shit and you don't tell the other generations. And I think it's because of the influence of trafficking, actual trafficking, that's it's having on the community. It's separating the families and separating the strong mothers from the children so that you don't have an opportunity to tell your kids. When I was first a parent, that's when they came in and said, yo, you can't stay at home with your kids no more. Ain't such thing as welfare no more. You all have to work. So I was a very young parent with a very young child trying to manipulate life as a young person and having to leave my child with older adults who knew shit. You know what I'm saying? And that I didn't know. And then me having been, I guess, a circumstance of that experience as well. Like, our strong mother got removed from us, not to no fault of her own, but just because the place where Jeffrey Epstein lives and somebody's allowed to kill their lawyer, pardon me, allowed to obviously do something to their lawyer in broad daylight, doesn't like strong black families. They just don't. Because if you are a strong black family and you would tell your kids certain things, and that's the thing they're trying to prevent most, is knowledge. I believe COVID-19 was to take a certain level of folks out of here, so that because they're trying to do this reset, they're after our kids. All of this shit is pointing to our kids. But I got on here because of me turning on the TV today and seeing, I know, right? It's OG because, baby, you obviously new to my channel. Thanks for tuning in. But the fly strip is OG because ISIS can't afford nothing. Because if you study what's going on, these, I'm lucky to have a roof over my head, bro. So I ain't even gonna talk about the fly trap, like literally fly trap, Venus fly trap over here. But anyway, because they don't, like, they leave you. I can't. This is why I don't read the comments, and I apologize. It's nothing. It's not offensive to y'all. I just cannot maintain a consistent form of thought and also read these comments. So, um, why am I watching YouTube today and I come across the Memphis rap sigils? Now, I like sigils. I'm drawn to sigils because at the basis of them, I find Egyptian stuff, okay? And like the Book of the Dead, like, I read it. I'm not trying to do something nefarious with it, but I want the wisdom from it. It's because we have a chokehold on wisdom in this country. The only people, I heard one time there were a lot of books, like 10,000 books produced, and we only have 10% of the books. It's almost like that whole mathematical problem about how much of our brain we're using. We're using about as much of our brain, or maybe before. We're using about, it looks like we're using more now, maybe, but we use about as much of our brain as there are books that we don't have. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that was almost a percentage equivalent if you study those two things. But so I have to go cultivate this information from wherever I can get it. And I've come across sigil information. I felt like I want to be informed. And quite honestly, I feel like, if I can use it to kick the motherfucking enemy's ass, who is the enemy? Anybody that's doing Memphis rap sigils. Because, like, just think about it. This was my first thought when I first saw the videos. Memphis rap sigils. And I first saw it on Flesh Simulator, okay? So, if and then I saw another one. Then another one came up because you know how YouTube is. Like once you go to one area, it gives you more of that area. Okay, I'm sitting up there thinking, and this was my circumstances. This is why I went to Sigils. The hood is so bad that people are worshiping the devil to get out of it. But I never thought that the hood would be considered so bad that you want to harm somebody. You've created America. Listen, you Congress people, you government people, all you housing people. We just got this homeless thing, right? And my basis of that point was you can't tell homeless people to just get off the street and also take everybody's job, thereby creating more of an instance of probable homelessness, and also end things like AmeriCorps and Job Corps, and then not release the files, not hoping, and then also just tell you can't even camp out on the street. Because then you are contributing to a problem that you're contributing to a problem, and then you're trying to give a solution to a problem that you're contributing to. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, I wrote this song because of the circumstances. Like, I used to be sitting there like, what in the fuck are we going through? And originally this song was intended, it was just like, I would say what in the fuck 4 times, and then how in the fuck, and then who in the fuck, just over and over the same words. And then when I remixed it, this is what came out. But it's so relevant, and I will do a series because what the fuck is a Memphis rap sigil? Why did the hood is so bad? Poverty is so bad that black people, while I was worshiping, trying to find out who God was, and trying to set up the Million Man March and selling bean pies and final calls, and meanwhile in Memphis, poverty was so bad that some people decided to take sigils, which I didn't know about at that time, which maybe you ought to teach wherever they sell final calls and make bean pies. Because if you're not properly informing people of all the things that are out there, if you're just going to say don't go to the movies and don't go out at night and, just have a brother open your door and here, read this book without informing people of the fucking neuroticism and ridiculous behavior that's going on out here, then what use is it to even have that organization? So meanwhile, while we're over here trying to have the Million Man March and actually 2 million men apparently come and you don't want the women there, meanwhile in Memphis, somebody is actually unaliving folks and recording it and putting it into the music and then returning to the scene according to this site. That's how bad poverty is. That's how bad things are that you do all of this. It's just quite disappointing. This is why I have a problem with Diddy. It's why I have a problem with everybody that supports it, because there's a whole city that nobody will talk about that is at the fulcrum of this, and nobody will say nothing. I'm scared to say something because, bitch, I got a fly trap. If I got a fly trap, if that's the level of existence I have, and all of the victims of this, you will notice, are housing deprived, then I don't feel like there is any freedom in the entire world to speak freely about this. You know what else is disappointing? I got it upstairs. I got a book. There's this book called The Emerald Tablets, I think. Is it? Y'all know this book, this esoteric thing that they're just now talking about? I mean, either it's wrong or it represents something else. Because in that book, if you get all the way to the end, they doing the same thing that's being done now. You have to study your books. So I don't understand why that book's supposed to be fucking important. When I got to the end, I was like, they doing the same thing. That it was literally about Epstein. Like, so no wonder that dude that hired Epstein, the bar dude, no wonder he made a book called Space Aliens or whatever it was called. But Memphis rap sigils are disappointing because I have been, hip hop was supposed to be a way up out the hood. And then to get in it now, apparently, to be somebody in it, it didn't take art and skill. It took you making a Memphis rap sigil and performing an entire ceremony, which involved harming other people. And meanwhile, at the Million Man March, y'all are so goddamn disappointing, you rappers and hip hoppers. You're fucking so goddamn disappointing. But it's because you have been forced to do that. If you had not done that, then it looks like coercion. It looks like you were forced to do it. Because if you hadn't done it, they weren't going to let you come up. But you were so in need of getting out of the hood, having some grills, I guess. It just doesn't seem like it's worth it looking back. And if you thought it was worth it, I don't know what to tell you. You thought it was worth it. I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it was worth it. You didn't just fuck up your community. You fucked up us. You fucked up us. You are incredibly fucking disappointing if you went along with that. And that's pretty much all I can say about it. It's disappointing that there was a Memphis rap sigil and you did an entire fucking ritual around it and harmed somebody just for you to get a few dollars. And it looks like at the end of the day, to me, it could have just been an excuse to unalive somebody. And why not throw it into the music? And then you got us listen to it. Because let me tell you what happened while I was watching the video about the Memphis rap sigils. Let me see if I can figure out which video it was, because it literally had Memphis rap sigils in the title. My electric damn near cut off 3 times while this video was on. And granted, a storm had passed, but dude, really? Like, for real? Okay. It was called The Phenomenon of Memphis Rap Sigils. Let me try to see if I can get this to come up. If I can get it to come up, cool. These motherfuckers say, you worried about my fly trap, and I'm happy to have a place to live, so whatever. All right, y'all, give me a second. I'm gonna throw in the Memphis rap sigils, and I'm gonna try to go to about the part it was at. But the Memphis rap, it's called the Memphis Rap Sigils. It's by Jack the Artisan, and it's a video on YouTube. And as soon as it gets to a point where it lets me play it, I will play it. It's just this part because, I'm from an era where we used to play records backwards just to see what's something going to happen. Now, nothing ever happened, so this ought to tell you something, because when they always was like, oh, there's this part at the end of the Prince album where if you play it backwards, right? But when you played the Prince album backwards, it said God is good, or it said God is coming soon. That's what my record said. I don't know what yours said. Maybe it was subjective. All right.
Anyways, we already know 2 of the tapes in the Memphis rap sigil lore, but when did the other 6 get discovered? In October of 2017,
There are apparently 8 of
a user
them.
on
See, it's
4chan responded to an
2017
OP's question
is
about
when they
the
was
Memphis
talking
rap
about it on
Sigils,
4chan.
saying,
I never
the
knew
Memphis rap
4chan
Sigils
exists till
refers to the
last.
worship of 8 tracks that had mysterious properties imbued into them via horrorcore Memphis hip-hop, such as my copy of N Words of Destruction.
In Words of Destruction. This is one of the
But the
groups.
most
Hold on.
infamous out of all these
I'm gonna
tracks
try
is
to
Deep Into the
get
Woods,
this over
due
here.
to its repetitive hook and droning sample.
I'm watching this shit and my electric was literally turning off. But
The
it's
lyrics
this
aren't anything
one.
out of the ordinary. Well, at least when talking about the tapes as a whole. But the production on this tape is what makes it so creepy. The audio mixing is really bad. Sometimes the left or right side of the headphones will
Right.
go out, even in the remastered version. But this only further adds to the creepiness of the.
And here's the problem.
Like, you have
in
this
all
crappy
of this.
photo of some
You know,
kid.
they are destroying our families with. Diddy is destroying our families. Diddy is the basis, y'all. Y'all don't understand that this dude was fundamentally trafficking women and children, allegedly. Also trafficking.
In a tux, wearing a crown, sporting a cane, in this makeshift.
Also trafficking apparently drugs because of where he was situated. And you give up all of your goodness about life to become involved in this, and you take down your whole community, your whole society, if not the world. You are the basis of evil when you start getting involved in this bullshit. And no, I our hip hop was KRS-One. And I don't think that KRS-One did any freaking Memphis hip hop sigils to become somebody, even though his brother did get unalived in the beginning. But that is because of the evil. I think that was because of the evil involved in music, period. I think that was because they did not want him to come out. And so they took his brother out. The beginning of BDP, that's how it started. Was his Scott, was it Scott, DJ Scott LaRock got unalive? So I'm trying to get to this one part. So apparently those are the tapes. And look, because you remember cassette tapes. Why they keep showing him?
They're actually really good, but sometimes the aggressive in-your-face lyrics clash with the rather chill instrumentals. The cycle will kill it, you see, I'm safe from mind. Genuinely.
Don't miss this WNBA season. Watch live as Rising Star.
But it's just incredibly disappointing that these hip hoppers have gone through all of this. So that's why they're not talking. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just so goddamn, it's just disappointing, man.
Have some great storytelling about murder and satanic
And I'm
stuff.
telling you that,
but again, a
while I
lot
was
of it just
watching
blends
this,
in with the other sigil.
while I was watching this, the electric almost cut out 3 times.
Trying to get a grip, but still I'm changing with a quick click. Mentally insane, having visions of a bloody beast.
The only other thing to mention is that
And the main
the
thing
creepy
in all of
production
this
to its
shit
distinct
is
Memphis sound. Everything about this album.
the main theme in all. See, so I play music, so now I'm telling you, YouTube. If you start playing any kind of music on YouTube, you'll get a whole bunch of people. Them people must work for YouTube. I swear to God, it's weird. But anyway, yeah, no, I just don't think it was worth it to sell your soul out over this. This Tommy Wright dude is tripping me out because of Eazy-E, right?
Being the spookiest, due to its piano in the background and the pitch-shifted vocals.
I don't even want to play the shit in my house no more. The mother freaking electric went out 3 times while I was watching this video. Hold on, I'm trying to get to the part where they said what these fools was doing. See, look. What the fuck this got to do with Egypt, bitch?
The location takes up around 5 blocks, with most of it being suburbs or main streets. I want to take another look at the possible meaning for the four corners. A crossroad, for instance, has four corners. I've heard some references to this and the West Memphis 3, but that road is a little obvious. I will, however, mention that Tommy's four corner references began in 1993, shortly after the West Memphis 3. Four corners can also be seen in regards to Ezekiel 7:2, which is often used for reference to the hour of doom in the Bible, the coming of the end. Demons like Khalfu.
I'm just now watching this, y'all. I did not get to this part. You can go check the video out yourself. It's Jack the Artisan, the phenomenon of Memphis rap Sigils. But I started off, it came up on Flesh Simulator.
Or murmur are also known to travel the crossroads and offer deals in exchange for worship. Some claim that's whose juice or alcohol was in contact. So we got that concept out of the way. Now let's get to the Memphis Pyramid. The structure was originally built in 1991 and was an arena structure that held sporting and entertainment events before closing in 2004. In 2005, Bass Pro Shops bought the venue and reopened it in 2000.
Okay, so y'all know there's some connection between Bass Pro Shops and whoever. I can't remember if it's because you're listening to the channel of someone who doesn't have good memory. It's either got to do with the current administration or the Epstein stuff.
2015 as a Bass Pro Shops.
Do your own research.
Megastore, which included a shopping center, a hotel, restaurants, a bowling alley, and even an archery range. Many say that because the pyramid was built in the 90s Memphis, that it is haunted or has some kind of power, or something like that. The Egyptian symbolism of using a pyramid as the structure also ties into where Memphis, Tennessee got its name from, which was of course derived from the city of Memphis in Egypt. The Egyptian symbolism of the sigils is also said to play a role in the powers that lie within them, and is a constant theme in the conspiracy theories around the sigils. And if I were to get into all the mythology and religion behind it, this video would probably be twice as long. Apparently it has something to do with the creator god Ptah or some shit, but I really don't know. According to this 4chan poster, 3-6 Mafia member Kupsa Kaneka reportedly once said that he ran into a violent cult ritual committed by Memphis elites when he was a teenager, and the black-robed individuals who wielded a metal box containing a crystal skull to the top of the Memphis pyramids in 1990. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. I tried to find this interview to the best of my ability, but I couldn't find it. But I did find another one very similar to it, which I promised to get to at the end of this video. Because to me, it's really interesting. Apparently there's some conspiracies also having something to travel the crossroads.
This is what studio built to meet any person.
Alright, so ad lib. Okay, skip button. Hold on. It's coming. Oh Lord, I did not know. I stopped the video because, like I said, this went off 3 times.
And offer deals in exchange for worship. Some claim that's whose juice or alcohol was in contact. So we got that concept out of the way. Now let's get to the Memphis Pyramid. The structure was originally built in 1991 and was an arena structure that held sporting and entertainment events before closing in 2004. In 2005, Bass Pro Shops bought the venue and reopened it in 2015 as the Bass Pro Shops Megastore, which included a shopping center, a hotel, restaurants, a bowling alley, and even an archery range. Many say that because the pyramid was built in the 90s Memphis, that it is haunted or has some kind of power, or something like that. The Egyptian symbolism of using a pyramid as the structure also ties into where Memphis, Tennessee got its name from, which was of course derived from the city of Memphis in Egypt. The Egyptian symbolism of the sigils is also said to play a role in the powers that lie within them, and is a constant theme in the conspiracy theories around the sigils. And if I were to get into all the mythology and religion behind it, this video would probably be twice as long. Apparently it has something to do with the creator god Ptah or some shit, but I really don't know. According to this 4chan poster, 3-6 Mafia member Kupsa Kaneka reportedly once said that he ran into a
Hold on. We are going to stop right there. I'm going to make this dude talk real slow. I don't care. You can go to his channel and watch it. I am like, what did he just say? Which one is best? Okay, hold on.
to where Memphis, Tennessee got its name from, which was of course derived from the city of Memphis in Egypt. The Egyptian symbolism of the sigils is also said to play a role in the powers that lie within them, and is a constant theme in the conspiracy theories around the sigils. And if I were to get into all the mythology and religion behind it, this video would probably be twice as long. Apparently it has something to do with the creator god Ptah or some shit, but I really don't know. According to this 4chan poster, 3-6 Mafia member Kupsa Kaneka reportedly once said that he ran into a violent cult ritual committed by Memphis elites when he was a teenager, and the black
he ran into the
robed individuals who wielded a metal box containing a crystal skull to the top of the Memphis pyramids in 1990. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. I tried to find this interview to the best of my ability, but I couldn't find it. But I did find another one very similar to it, which I promise to get to at the end of this video, because to me it's really interesting. Apparently there's some conspiracies also having something to do with giant demons living under the Appalachians, because Memphis is close to them or something, I don't fucking know. Another theory about these tapes is that they don't work if you play them online, as they only work if you have the original cassette tapes. Other theories say that you need to have all 8 of the tapes to unleash the powers within them. So it's sort of like some satanic version of collecting all the Dragon Balls. And if you want to try this out for yourself, then good luck, because these tapes are pretty pricey right now. The last wacky conspiracy that I have for you regarding the sigils is that a satanic sacrifice in Florida was committed by some of the creators of the sigils, or at least according to this random ass YouTube comment they are. I couldn't find much on this, except the 1989 story about 2 victims getting their hearts cut out and stolen during a sacrifice, but that's about it. Some even go as far to
fuck hip-hop. As of right now, fuck that shit y'all calling hip-hop. I don't know what the fuck y'all doing. I don't know why the fuck, I know why the fuck you started doing it, because the hood is that fucked up.
Say that one of these groups, whether it be Children of the Corn or HOH or NOD or even the 3...
But you're gonna have to realize you got set the fuck up to do it. So take your motherfucking punishment and stop getting in jail and acting like the fuck you innocent bitch.
6 Mafia were the actual ones who committed the West Memphis 3 murders, because if you remember, they never actually caught the perpetrators. But for now, that's all the conspiracy theories behind the Memphis rap sigils. But as you can all probably tell, they're pretty far-fetched, laughable, and outright stupid. So what really is the true story behind these tapes? Well, the truth is that all of the supernatural, sacrificial, and satanic origins of all these tapes is most likely a crock of shit. At the end of the day, there's no proof that any of these artists were involved in any type of sacrifice or occult-like behavior when making...
Okay, no. Don't take me down this motherfucking... It's a motherfucking 40 minutes in, all of a sudden we post... Everybody do this. Oh, but you know, they probably weren't guilty. That's a crock of shit.
These tapes, as the most common explanation for this is that all the horror imagery was just there for aesthetic purposes and shock value. At the end of the day, everyone from the rappers who made these tapes to the conspiracy theorists on 4chan all do this in good fun. They know it's all fake. But like all the great goofy pop culture conspiracies, treating these wacky...
I'm done for the mere fact that I don't like stealing people's complete content. As I said, this is on Jack the Artisan, the phenomenon of rap. And give me 1 second here. Alright, so, yeah. I'm sorry, y'all. This is deeply disappointing to me as a person that loves music, loves hip-hop and rap, and yes. I don't know, but feel free to go on that channel. I'll give you the rest of the videos here real quick as soon as my cursor wants to tell me. Like I said, I was watching this video. My power almost went out 3 different times. I wasn't playing the bitch backwards. It was just really like, oh. It's weird. Alright, so it started out with Satanism in rap. These are just videos that popped up because nobody's making content right now, which, by the way, I find odd and eerie. I find odd and eerie the weird motherfuckers that went on vacation during Diddy's trial. I find odd and eerie the motherfuckers that, I don't know. It was just weird. Like, you gonna hype everybody up all the way leading up to the trial, and then all of a sudden y'all on vacation. Y'all ain't out there. But that weird dude is. It's like, this is, you sold out your own communities. That's how I feel. And it was like, okay, I will sacrifice people so that I can eat and my family will be well fed and my family will live in luxury. Meanwhile, the hell with all of you. The hell with all the rest of the community. We will try to give out. I guess y'all ain't even do that one shit in the movie where the dude was giving out turkeys. Y'all is the most selfish. If I could kick y'all out of the motherfucking community, I would. If I had to kick out, if I could take your black card, I'd take it. I'd ban you and put you in EU rope. The rope to bind your ass in. The heels and the cave sides is where y'all belong with this shit. So you right. You motherfuckers running over there the EU rope. Take your motherfucking ass on over there. Because those of us who have tried to be sincere, whether God is real or God ain't, we tried to be so sincere to goodness. We tried to be sincere to people. We tried not to harm our fellow man. And we have tried to be good people as we have been here on the earth. And you all who have not, you all who have sold your communities out, you all who have sold yourselves and sold your families down the river, all because you were in poverty too, bitch, we're all in fucking poverty. We're all in poverty at the end of the day. And was it worth it? No, because the same motherfuckers that sold you these bill of goods, how do you know that the motherfuckers in the robes that you saw do a ritual didn't set it up so you would see that shit? So that you would go along, because who among them is still with us today? And could they stand here on YouTube or in our faces anywhere and say it was worth it? Any of them. And then your asses is going to go to a Million Man March, and I done made all these bean pies and sold all these papers to try to help y'all get y'all ass together. And personally, I'm fucking pissed off that your motherfucking asses, this is what you do with it. People were out here in the community sacrificing so that you could be somebody and so that you could have somewhere to be and something to do that was positive in your community. And yes, we were fighting against men, the flesh and blood, the Epsteins and the Diddies. We were fighting against them. But having money, how was having money meant anything if this is what is come of it? You're all in prison or under or in a grave somewhere. All of you. All of you. Was it worth it? The sale isn't worth it. So stop falling for the fucking psyop.